Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chief Architect Interiors or Chief Architect Home Designer, whichever version of Chief Architect you have, and Barker Cabinets and Barker Modern Catalog. I'm going to show you today how to install the Barker catalogs. We have two currently, which is barkermodern.com and barkercabinets.com. Each one of those cabinet lines is available in Chief Architect. So let's get done with this real quick. Let's go over and open up a new plan. I'm going to show you how to install these guys, and then I'm also going to show you how to bring the cabinets out and do your walls. So basically, to get started here, what you're going to want to do is open up your plan. You don't have to draw the wall yet. We can do that in a minute. But go over and go to our website. Just go to Barker Cabinets or barkermodern.com and find the Design tab, and then you can click on that, or you can actually just click on the drop down right there. And what you want to do is find the 3D Kitchen Planner Chief Architect Catalog. Open that up, you see a nice little image, and it gives you all the steps to install. That's what I'm going to be doing on this video. Go through and download the trial version of Chief Architect if you have not already, or if you have your existing Chief Architect software on your computer, you can use it with either Home Designer, you can use it with Chief Architect Pro, Interiors, anything you want. It'll work with all their software there. Number two here is to download the Barker Modern catalog, and that would be a direct link to our download, our shared download link that allows you to download our catalog. All right, moving on. If you don't have any other experience, I'm going to do some real quick tutorials. But Chief Architect does have a lot of very good and very informative tutorials that show you everything from the user interface to the dimensions and text. And basically that is CAD work. So basically you can add anything you want onto any of these layout plans and make it really nice for your customers or yourself. You can also do a bunch of 3D, putting stuff in there like anything from a wine glass on the countertop to outside. You can even put in a bunch of landscaping and shrubs and whatnot. So look at all this camera lighting. You could spend days. I have not honestly gone through any of this stuff yet. I have been working recently on just doing our catalogs, so we'll get to it. Again, Chief Architect is available on Barker Modern, as you see there on the Design tab. Same thing over here on Barker Cabinets. Go to the Design tab, and you can go to Chief Architect and download right there. We're updating pretty much daily right now. All right, open up your new plan. We got that to import. Once you've downloaded that file, you can either one, double-click on it, no problem. Number two, you can go up here to import library, and then you could import all your stuff from your library. I have already done it, and that will actually import it to your user catalog. That's this guy right here. Notice I have already double-clicked and installed both the barkercabinets.com version and the barkermodern.com. Today I'm just going to focus on the barkermodern.com, so I'm going to double-click on that, and you're going to see that we have a few categories here as we go down. Now, the ones with stars in front of it are going to be categories as you see on our website. So if you open up our website here and you go to barkermodern.com, the front page, you'll see that we have a kitchen tab and then base, wall, tall, millwork, appliance panels, and so on and so on. If you double click on kitchen, notice how we have base, wall, tall, appliance panel, millwork, and so on. We set up our catalog the exact same way our website is so that while you're working in Chief Architect, you can easily navigate through the website. You can also use this if you have two monitors. It's really nice. You can go through here. You can say, look, I want to go to kitchen base cabinets, and I want to get some information here. At the top of every one of our pages, we have tutorials that show you exactly how to do everything. I once saw a online post, like a forum post, and they said, how wide should my sink cabinet be? We looked at that, and it's like, I think they had somebody else come in and say, oh, you need a designer. I don't understand why you do it. Just sink cabinets are 36 inches wide. That's a valid question, okay? Go to kitchen, go to base, and we're going to tell you all of this stuff. Same thing over here. You get through it. How wide should my opening for my range be between two cabinets? Pretty simple. 30 inches, 36, 42. How wide is your range? It's probably 36 or 30 inches for most ranges. How tall should my base cabinets be? 34 and a half. How tall should my finished in panel be? 30 and a half. Leave 4 inches there and wrap the toe skin back. Again, that's all said right here. Dishwasher opening. Your dishwasher's 24 inches. Just leave 24 inches. Make it simple. Okay, that's going to do a lot of different dishwashers and a lot of stuff like that. So as you see and you go through all this stuff, you might think of like, hey, what the wall cabinets? Well, how tall off the floor should I put the wall cabinets? 54 inches. How much distance should be between the base cabinets and the wall cabinets? 19 and a half. And that's the way our website's built right now. So you can do that and you can follow along with Chief Architect as we have built a lot of those standards already into it. So this will be a lot of fun. So we've already imported these two catalogs, and you'll notice that all of our stuff here, let's just get started by pulling some random cabinets out, and then I'm going to show you why we need to change some defaults here, because some of the defaults on Chief Architect, their software, is not really meant for a custom cabinet like we're doing here. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Let's just pull open any of these cabinets. You can see down here, you can see the actual little 3D view of it. You also see a face view here. I don't really like that view that much. I like the 3D. And you can kind of see just an idea of how these are alphabetically sorted and all the different cabinets that we have on our website. And if you notice, again, like we said before, keep clicking the wrong button, go to standard, and again, all this information here. But we have all these cabinets that you see down here. Oh, I'm not in base. There we go. So you have all these different cabinets right here. We sort them by price and they sort them by alphabetical, but you get the idea. B1DRM, so one door base cabinet. Okay, so let's just pull out and let's just grab this, and then we're going to pull this two-door base cabinet onto the plan. Now you look at this and you're saying, okay, well, how wide is it, and what do you got to do? Anything you want to do on this whole plan, you can double-click. That would allow you to change the width, the height, the depth. Other ways to do it, you can actually expand it by grabbing one of these little guys right here. But notice how it's trying to keep all of the widths at 3-inch increments. We're a little bit more custom than that. We are 1/4-inch increments. So go up here and let's change some of our defaults so it matches up with what we sell on barkermodern.com. Notice on these we have 1/4-inch increments on the sizes. A whole bunch of stuff you can do there. And that's a lot of fun because that's going to allow us to get real specialized. Let's go to edit and let's go to default settings. Okay, double click on cabinets, double click on general cabinet. Minimum cabinet width, we don't really need to worry about that because technically our cabinets will come out lower than that. So we don't really need to care about this thing. But let's uncheck these 3 boxes. We're not going to create automatic fillers because our fillers are ordered separately. We're not going to create angled connected cabinets. We're not going to create automatic blind corner cabinets, etc., etc. Cabinet resizing. They got the 3-inch increments down there. Pretty old standard. We're going to up that to 0.25. Great. And that's it. You've just reset all the defaults you need to. All the other defaults I did when I built into these catalogs. Notice how the city oak is already showing there on this whole 3D view down here. It's already showing city oak in a horizontal grain. I just made that as our default because it's a pretty popular style, and that's kind of what, and that's, that's what a lot of people are ordering right now. So here we go. As far as widths are concerned, notice how now we can change it in a 1/4-inch increment. Notice how it's doing real small increments. Again, if you want to change it down here, I like to change it on top view, but let's just say you need it to be 36.75. Just double do that and then hit enter. Use your number pad on your keyboard. Okay. Use your trackball and the mouse to scroll in and out. Try that a little bit. And if you want to move the plan around, hold the trackball down. So make it click, the trackball right in the middle of your mouse. If you don't have a trackball on your mouse, you need to go get a mouse with a trackball. This will be a lot easier, and you're going to use that trackball a lot. That's why they have them. And that's pretty much it. So you can move the whole plan around. Great. Now, next thing we can do, a little bit of a bonus level here. Let's go up here and let's make a 3D view. Notice how right now all we have is this plan view. You're probably thinking, well, I want to see the 3D and I want to see some elevations. It depends on what you're really used to. So let's go up here where this little camera is. Don't click the camera, just click the little arrow next to it and click the perspective floor overview or this perspective full overview. The perspective full overview, we can click on that, but that's going to give you kind of an idea of the whole thing. And once we get this room set up, there's going to be a roof on it. We don't really need that. So I'm going to close that one down and I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to do perspective floor overview. Same looking 3D view as we see right now. Again, I'm holding the left mouse button down to move this thing around. An orbit is what they call it. Sometimes you'll get a select key. This is another button up here that you're going to need. That's the select key right there. And if I trackball in, it'll stay centered on where my mouse pointer is. I'm using the trackball in and out. You'll get used to that. Again, you can grab this if you have this selected, the little white mouse pointer. You can actually now move this thing around. Now notice how that width is changing by 1/4-inch increment. Same thing on the height. You can also click on these and change those in certain views. Up here on this thing, if you want to go back to the more orbit, you need to click on this little, looks like a spider. It's really an orbit, a bunch of arrows. And you can do that. Now you can grab with your, hold the left mouse button down and move it around. And you can see kind of the interior. There you can see our gray melamine interior. Very neat. All right, now I'm going to show you guys how to do a room. So let's go over here and I'm just going to delete that cabinet for now. And we already drew one wall, but let's try it again. Let's just start off with absolutely nothing. Let's just do a full-on perimeter wall. And that's the second button over here. It looks like it's got some brick on it. If you click little arrow, you can do other walls, like interior wall. You can do a foundation wall, a pony wall, all these different types of walls. And that's completely fine. Let's just use the exterior wall because it makes everything simple. Let's drag and drop. Again, I'm not letting go. I got my left mouse button held down. Drag and I'm going to drop. Very neat. Right there. Now let's just say you want to make a little jog in the wall, just for fun. Do that. Okay? That's great. Again, over here, I'm going to just expand this. Now you might be saying, that does not look like my kitchen. Obviously, it doesn't. But the idea here is that we need to dial in the dimensions. And right now we have no idea what the interior dimension. What's the dimension from here over to here? And you're thinking, well, maybe I'll use this ruler right here. Well, that could work. Look, it's giving me the dimension of the thickness of the wall, and then it's got the dimension in there. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's just do another one here. Let's do the interior dimension. Similar over here. I'm just going to drag it from any area over here, and I'm going to drag it and drop it through. Now notice it puts 302 right there, and I got rid of the interior, the thickness of the wall, because that's not going to matter for our cabinet plan. Let's do the same thing here. And again, I'm just dragging this, holding the left mouse button down, and pulling. Again, dragging and pulling right there. Pretty good. Now grab your select, the mouse pointer button, grab this, and then notice how we can now move this around. Notice how that dimension that we drew is changing. Say that this wall right here is 90.25, and say that this whole guy right here, actually let's do this one down here because I've done this before and I know what happens. You click on this wall, now you can click on this dimension that you just drew a little bit ago, right? Let's say 165.25. Okay. I'm going to delete that previous one right there. I still have my 302 right there. That's from the interior dimension. Again, I'm going to click on this wall over here, and I'm going to say that's not 302. I took some measurements in my house from drywall to drywall. Let's just say that that's 180.625. And yeah, I'm just pulling these numbers out of a hat right now. And let's say you mess up. Oh my God, that's terrible. Control Z on your keyboard. It'll redo stuff as far back as you need it. Again, grab the red one, little red button right there, and you can drag and drop everything around. So you can see how we can get this thing really dialed in. Now, this needs to be made into a room. And you might be saying, why do I need to make it into a room? What's the point of having it into a room? Well, right now, if we do a perspective view, we don't have a floor and we don't have a ceiling. And we really want to have a ceiling to make our 3D views look really cool. Go over here and drag the little arrow on the right side of that wall, looks like the brick wall, and get a room divider. And a room divider is essentially just it's a invisible wall. If we look at it right here, notice how the room divider is right here and you can't see it. But also notice how our roof is now gone. And again, that's probably that orthographic view. So that's perspective, full overview. Oh, there we go. So now we got a room back. We do a perspective full overview. So I was mistaken about that. But we have a room, we have some base molding, we got some floor, and we got a ceiling. And that's really the starting point for doing a nice 3D drawing. And we'll get into that in a few other tutorials from now. I have some other stuff we need to work on, and then we'll put our cabinets in there. But let's get the first thing down here. We now have that room there. Let's make this is going to be our kitchen, obviously, because this is our kitchen catalog. Double click on the room now. Your select point, if you didn't see where that was, grab your select mouse pointer button, double click on the room. And under general, it's going to say unspecified because you haven't specified what it is yet. And let's say kitchen. There you go. So if you have all your dimensions dialed in, you just double check that to make sure it's all good to go. And then you can go through here and you can actually delete those old dimensions. You can even delete your other tabs up here. Notice that we still have this tab open and we have our plan view open. All right, let's drag and drop a base cabinet and a wall cabinet, and then we'll get moving here. Again, base 2-door cabinet. to close or collapse this, and I'm going to get the wall cabinet, and let's just get a wall 2-door. There we go. Go to our perspective overview right there. And again, really quick, you can kind of see how we're doing it right there. Grab your select button, say you need to change that around, now you can. I'm going to change this thing around by opening it up a little bit. You can even increase the height. Everything snaps together. You can increase the depth. You can go inside, you can double click on the cabinet, change the sizes here manually. You can even change the way it's all configured. Again, when you're ordering from us, we do not accept orders via Chief Architect, so don't save your plan and then send it over to us. That's not how we order. What you would do here, since we have these two cabinets, I'm going to show you a real quick and easy way to get your cabinet list. Let's just say we have this cabinet. I'm going to Control C and then Control V. So hold the Control button down and then copy it and then paste it. All right, do that again. Here we go. I'm just Control C and Control V. Again, everything snaps together. So again, I can go right there, and let's go here. Let's just grab a couple of more drawer-based cabinets, and then a 4-drawer-based cabinet. And I'm just dragging and dropping these things. Now, most people might say, well, I don't want to do it like this. I want to drag and drop from the perspective view, and I don't blame you one bit, because a lot of people want to do that. Again, I got these sizes all messed up. Let's take this thing and go down. Whoops, I double clicked on accident. There you go. So you notice how everything snaps together. Pretty cool. All right, so what we're going to do here, we have a bunch of different cabinets at random sizes. Now you might be saying, well, look at that. I don't really know what I need to do here. How am I going to order which piece, what size do I need it to be and whatnot? I'm going to show you getting a filler out there. Sorry, I just want to drop it off so you can see that everything will show up on this next view, which is really cool. All right, go over here to the side and then go up to Tools and then go down to Schedules and go to Cabinet Schedule. And you got a little surprise here because now if you click and drag and drop that anywhere on the floor, notice that you now have a list of every single cabinet that you have placed in this entire plan view. So everything in this whole plan view is right here on this list. And what the cabinet schedule does is it assigns a cabinet number. That's really for you. You can keep that when you're doing your installation. But notice how it says B2DM, so it's a 2-door base cabinet. The description's right there. It gives you the width, the depth, and the height. You have it on that plan. Pretty cool. Base filler, 2-piece horizontal. 2-piece base filler horizontal grain. The width is 2, the depth is 24 and 13/16. Filler doesn't really matter, it's always the same depth. And then the height is going to be 30 and a half. Notice how now when you go to your perspective view, you have an accurate list of exactly what you need to order when you need to order it. So now you can go back in through here, go to standard and order all of your standard base cabinets, add them to your shopping cart. Same thing with the wall cabinets. Go back here, add all of your standard wall cabinets. You can go back and forth. It'd be nice if you had 2 monitors or just print it out, I guess. It's fine. And that's how you get your quote. Pretty simple. I was pretty impressed with that, with the Chief Architect stuff there. So other ways to do it, and we'll do some more tutorials here in a little bit about how to do some 3D. We'll do a full kitchen, we'll put some corner cabinets in. We'll just mess around with the whole thing, and we'll show you how to make those drawings that you see online everywhere. We were like, man, is that real? Or is that fake? I don't know. I can barely tell. I mean, it's getting really good. And some of the technology they're coming out with now in rendering software is just excellent. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it took 19 minutes now. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to give us an email. Our email is chad@barkermodern.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.